Okay, today being the 17th day of the month of November, big things don't begin play out, it don't begin unravel, and it don't begin take shape in Nnamdi Kanu's case as we speak. So the question here be say, what's the latest update regarding every single thing we go play on this week? Well, as we speak, US observers, which we believe came from the desk of the US president or the US government, don't arrive, they don't enter Nigeria, Abuja to be precise. And these guys now, they came here for one reason, not to fix the insecurity level of the country, but to listen carefully and to follow suit with the case of Nnamdi Kanu. But the question here be say, what did they really happen? And what will happen in the next coming days? Well, we all know say, today is 17th day of the month of November, and Justice James Pateon said a judgment will be passed on the 20th, which is 3 days from today, on a Thursday. So these guys now came in time. They came 3 days before the proposed judgment, and they have ample time and a lot of spaces to execute every single thing as planned, and they don't begin kick off the whole process expressly. Yes, we all know since on the 6th day of the month of November, Aloy Ejimakor will send a letter to Donald Trump. That fact has been established. That data there every single year for everybody to see and understand. And those guys now working on the letter sent by Aloy. So what did they happen and how you could take pan out? Well, the moment these individuals enter Nigeria, Kanu made a media briefing. He went to his Twitter page to write a clear article that was addressed to the general public, specifically to the international space and bodies who don't enter the country. What is this guy saying and how will it pan out in the next coming days? Well, make I show you. We get plenty information to show you for this video. The information choke plenty, and I will urge and advise you to watch this video to the end. If you miss any part, you go miss out on a lot of exposing. So, what did Kanu, the brother to Nnamdi Kanu, publish? It states, media brief issued by Onyedikachi Ifeidi, Esquire, Maazi Nnamdi Kanu Global Defense Consulting. A clear warning on danger in Nnamdi Kanu's trial. We issued this statement to alert the public and international community about the disturbing direction the trial of Maazi Nnamdi Kanu is heading under Justice James Omotosho of the Federal High Court in waiting in Abuja. What is happening is not normal. It is not lawful, and it is not safe for the future of justice in Nigeria. And this guy went on and on to write plenty things where they don't brief the US observers and international consortium on what they happen. You can pause this part of the video to read up and understand, but I don't go bore you with them. So what will happen afterwards? The moment this man released this press briefing, Aloy Ejimakor hinted people, the Igbo, with some vital pieces of information. We be say, if you be Igbo, you go understand. If you don't be Igbo, you go lead someone to translate it for you. Okay? What is Aloy Ejimakor saying? He don't hint everybody on what will happen in the next coming days, and he put them for Igbo language. Make I show you. This is coming from the official page of this man, the lead legal counsel of Nnamdi Kanu. As you can clearly see, everything they clear for everybody to read and fully understand. And he don't hint us on what will happen and what will pan out in the next coming days. So, as these US observers enter Nigeria, we believe for way to the year they're in constant communication with Nnamdi Kanu's brother and the lead legal counsel, all the lawyers, Mark Solopara, Aloy Ejimakor, this Ifeidi, everybody are in constant communication. They contact and say, okay, we go want to see a document. We want to go write you, the lead legal counsel of Nnamdi Kanu, we want to see a document or a letter from you addressed to the president of the country where you guys are asking him to release, unconditionally release Maazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now, with these US observers, they tell the Maazi Nnamdi Kanu legal counsel team, write a letter telling the president to release your client and your man because of, say, we want this sure, say a letter has been sent to him so that when things start and end, we go know how we go take follow-up. Hope you guys are following and paying attention to the whole conversation, Abi, because of, say, things are getting interesting. So, they were informed to write a letter to the president, and a letter has been sent to Tinubu. Make I show you and tell you where they come from. The Abia State House of Assembly, and then write this letter, and it has been sent to Tinubu already, as per the request of these Americans What is it saying? This is coming from The Guardian as released early hours of today. Okay? Abia Assembly writes Tinubu 6 Kanu's unconditional release. They don't write later, send to Tinubu, say, Siamo, this is what the US observers they tell Nnamdi Kanu legal counsel team because they want to hold them as an evidence. What's the content of this letter and where is it coming from and every single thing within. Let me show you. It states, the Abia State House of Assembly has formally written to President Bola Tinubu to appeal for the unconditional release of the IPOB leader in the person of who? Nnamdi Kanu. The appeal follows a resolution passed by the House of the House on November 10th, describing Kanu's prolonged detention as a matter of urgent public importance. Okay? Meanwhile, Kanu has filed a 50 billion naira lawsuit against the Nigerian Medical Association, known as the NMA, for allegedly submitting a false medical report in his terrorism trial at the Federal High Court in Abuja. The whole article went on and on. Don't see the Abia State don't send letter to Bola Tinubu asking for the unconditional release, and that is not even all. The US individuals can't tell Aloy Jimako together with Kanu and the rest of his legal counsel team say, we want to get evidence in all ramifications. We want to get evidence of, say, this man is facing unlawful trial. We want to get evidence, say, we don't write to the president. And we want to get evidence, say, we write to the president for pardon. They're asking for 3 very vital things. They want to cover every space. We all know, say, if they watch our video, the word pardon shouldn't be used in the same sentence with Nnamdi Kanu. You understand what I'm saying? Because pardon means that you commit an offense and they won't forgive you. But the US observers are saying, add it to your letter. Now, act like a fool, act like a madman. Do all of this so that when time reach, these people will get anything to say against you. Say, you guys did not come for a pardon, no, or you guys did not come for a negotiation. No. Write everything, cover all the blank spaces and put it up to them for full reception. Okay? And for wait till the year, the Abia State House of Assembly they write to Tinubu again. They ask him for pardon. Pardon Nnamdi Kanu. Well, just in case you don't believe me, make I take you to the desk of The Guardian. It states, the House also cited the recent presidential pardon granted by Tinubu as a precedent for compassionate intervention. Okay? In the open letter to the president, the member house highlighted Kanu's detention history, noting that he was first arrested in 2015 and detained for over 2 years before being granted bail. So now you can clearly see that these people say, pardon now, we will put them into the conversation. Unconditional release is in the conversation. Everything you want, Bobo Tibo, they're in the conversation. If you say this man a madman, no, Allah is a madman, but free him. If you say indeed this one, free him. So that when time reach for full assessment, the federal government no go do it in. They no go get any excuse to hold against these individuals. Hope you guys are following, and hope you guys are getting the point from these US observers. Now, this is where things get really, really interesting. It's one thing to send a letter to Tinubu. It's another thing for him to say, okay, I don't receive them. So the question now is, has Tinubu officially received those documents from the Abia State House of Assembly? Make I show you, because of say, no be today, later has not begin go Tinubu's desk. From where they see and from full reportage, Tinubu has received countless letters. He don't receive countless individuals holding talks with him for waiting for a negotiation and unconditional release of Nnamdi Kanu. Take, for instance, this is coming from the cable, released on the 3rd day of the month of October. It states, Alex Oti, who happens to be the governor of Abia State, did waiting, met with Tinubu. It states, Alex Oti, Tinubu favorable, disposed, releasing Nnamdi Kanu soon. Alex Oti, Tinubu favorably disposed to releasing Nnamdi Kanu soon. And the article went on and on, where Alex Oti met with the president. Make I show you. Take a look at this part where I highlight with the blue marker. Oti spoke on Friday at the State House, Abuja, after meeting with the president, Bola Tinubu. So, the fact here is say, Tinubu don't receive all forms of letter and individuals. Now, the USA don't get what they want. A letter has been sent. Tinubu don't acknowledge meeting with people. And Nnamdi Kanu don't do everything he's supposed to do from his own point in time. So how all of these things go be, how it go take pan out, and how it go be. But before I show you how every single thing go pan out, now they mention the name of Seyi Tinubu. I know this is a name where we say nobody will expect to hear in Nnamdi Kanu's case. But people now don't they mention Seyi Tinubu's name and for what happened before the presidential elections in Nigeria. They don't compile all of these things they give the US observers. They need to see them and they need to know. Why is Seyi Tinubu's name popping off in Nnamdi Kanu's case? Well, before the presidential elections, President Bola Tinubu sent his son Seyi Tinubu to meet with Nnamdi Kanu's relatives, asking them, say, if you guys can allow the Southeast to partake in these presidential elections, we go release your brother. Hope you guys are following. And just in case you don't believe it, I talk, or you feel like say we always make up news, make I show you. This is coming from The Guardian. Tinubu betrayed our agreement to release Nnamdi Kanu. This is coming from the family, released on the 3rd day of January of 2025. And the article 9 day right now on your screen. You can pause this video now if you want to read them and get every single thing tied and inculcated in this conversation. Now the USA are saying, show us every single thing within una process. Because they will need them now if actions would want to be taken. We all know, say, 20th na the day where una leader will appear before the High Court. And Jason Motosho, they say he'll pass a judgment on that day. We want all of you now to play a game of hide and seek, okay? Give us everything where we need to know. Put everything on the table so that when time to analyze this case reach, we go analyze them fully. And when it's time to break this case in pieces, dissect them in atoms and parts, we could do them effortlessly. So the US observers are promising to do 5 things in Nnamdi Kanu's case. 5 huge things which will drastically change which go pan out or which go play out pretty soon in the Federal High Court. And make I show you these 5 things. Make you use your own eyes for Siam. And we say when they watch this video, go hold this USA, these observers accountable for every single thing that will happen afterwards. It's one thing to make a promise, and it's another thing for you to keep your promise. If you don't keep your promise, we'll go hold you for your blockers. We'll go hold you tight. We'll go restrict on our airflow, as the case may be. So what are these guys promising, and how will it be executed? You guys stay tuned because this video choke. Information is plenty. So they promise 5 things. That is these US observers. They go do 5 things from where to they see. What will be the first one? Monitor the fairness of the trial. Okay? So now we know so these people they first came around July to observe Nnamdi Kanu's case, but now they will come back again to monitor the fairness of the trial. It states foreign observers watch to ensure the court follows due process. Kanu's legal rights are protected. The trial is not politically manipulated. Evidence is handled properly. Proceedings follow international human rights standards. This is not the very first thing that they promise to do. Is this whole thing even good enough? Well, if you ask me, this very first thing, monitor the fairness of the trial, that the first thing I was supposed to do when you guys came into Nigeria to observe the case back in July. When I go back to our country, you guys gave a reportage to your leader. Did you guys tell them what you observed? If the trial was fair enough? That question is left for you people to answer. What will be the second thing what they promise to do? We go hold them responsible. We are going to hold you guys responsible. The second thing here is report back to their government. So they go report back to the government of that country, headed by who? Donald Trump, as simple as ABCD. The same person will be say, Nnamdi Kanu wrote a letter too from DSS custody. They will report back to him. In reporting back to him, what will happen? Let's go through it. Observers usually write reports to their embassies, foreign ministries, human rights departments. This can influence diplomatic decisions, including raising the case with Nigerian officials, increasing pressure for their treatment, pushing for compliance with court's order. This one, they straight to the point. They go report back to the government, and now it go be between government and government. Structures by structures. Parastatals by parastatals. Now, And this is where things will get very, very interesting. Once they don't involve government, it means say international bodies now, this case now don't go international. So it's be the third thing what these people go do for Nnamdi Kanu. It's to provide international visibility. Like I said, once you report back to embassies, it don't go international. You don't carry the case, move from point A to point B. It's as simple as ABCD. So once you provide the national visibility, what's going to happen? International attention makes it harder for government agencies to abuse the process. Very good, excellent. Ensures media around the world monitor the case. Protect the defendant by keeping everything transparent. And the whole thing went on and on. So as you can clearly see, these people are coming with full force. And this is number 3. We still get 2 more to show you. These people are coming with full force. They don't mount pressure on James Omotosho. Say, bros, you, look, now you now go hold responsible. You have to put your courtroom in order. Follow your rules and regulations and follow the laws of the land. No contravene, no break anyone. If you break anyone, we will hold you responsible. The national body will hold you responsible, and the ICC will probably summon you. So now it will be the 4th thing what these people could do and execute for us. Because of say, they don't promise 5 things and other things will follow. We need to show you. But let's show you what they promise first. Before I tell you how today will look like and how every single thing will pan out today. So the 4th one is encourage Nigeria to follow its own laws. Observers often highlight delays, violation of bail conditions, conditions of detention, denial of access to lawyers, human rights consent, and so it be. And wait to be the 5th one, sharply. I don't want to waste your time because of say, we still get other things to show you for this video briefing. The 5th one is very straight to the point. Support human rights organizations. Their findings may help Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, local legal NGOs, UN human rights bodies, and so on and so forth. Now, what these people don't promise to do. Like I said, we are going to hold them accountable and responsible. You don't leave your country, come our country to observe this case. You came in here with your own free will. Nobody dragged you to come in. We invited you and you're here. Very, very good. So now you don't promise to do 5 things. You are going to do it effectively without any form of fear or favor. You go do it without any form of... Nobody go and try influence your decisions. That one day. And we'll go hold them responsible, like I said. So what's going to happen today? Today is Monday. Today is a working day. As we speak, moves are being made. Drastic moves are being made. Nnamdi Kanu, they prepare to do everything within his means to prevent that day, 20th day of November judgment. And how they be? Well, before I show you what Nnamdi Kanu they play out, they pan out and they draw out. If they watch our videos every single time, because they give you clear information with references. We're not going to tell you, say, this will happen without showing it to you. We need to show you. They say seeing is believing. And if you don't believe, you become a doubting Thomas. This is why when we get the news, we'll show you, brief you, and if possible, we'll give you a link that you can go. You yourself, from the comfort of your home, you can go to the link and enjoy or see those news as it be. So we do this every single day for free. And how can you show appreciation? Is by doing 2 things. Subscribe to our channel is 100% free. Nobody will charge you a penny. Nobody will ask you to support or pay money. No, we don't want your money. We don't want you to buy anything. We don't sell anything for you. Just subscribe, finish. And once you subscribe, turn on waiting, turn on post notifications. And that's all we need from you. We don't want you to even, if you like, don't even like the video itself. We don't even need that one. Just subscribe, finish. And it's for free. Okay? So now, wait till they really happen. As they speak now, Nnamdi Kanu is making massive moves from the DSS custody. And don't be too surprised if later today you hear say he went to a different court to file a different petition. Don't be too surprised, though. Don't be too surprised if you hear that today. And if anything like that happens, we will come back here and give you a full briefing. Okay? As it stands, Justice James Omotosho, we all know, say, this man, they work for somebody. We don't want to call names. Because of, say, we don't get evidence to prove them. So we don't go call names and everything will be placed as allegedly. We all know this man is working for somebody, allegedly. And we know, say, that person where they work for, they're very powerful, allegedly. So this man now, he's trying to do something. He's trying, him as a person, say, we see how they do, they wrong. Like I said, everything I'm going to say right now will be placed as written, allegedly. Say, everything when they do now, he dey wrong as a human. He na human now. As a human, you will get human sympathy. You know, say everything they do now, they wrong. And he's trying to do the right thing, but people they hold them, say no. Stick to it till we say make you do. And stick to the plan where they on board, allegedly. Okay? So what did happen? Nnamdi Kanu is doing every single thing to stop the process. That judgment day process. And Omotosho himself knows say what thing they do, no they right. And himself, they find a way to backslide. But they tell us, say, hold on, we have a deal. Hold on and do what you're supposed to do, allegedly. Okay? These US observers enter Nigeria now, and they are working. They are holding conversations now with Aloy, Maxwell, and the rest of the legal counsel team where they represent Nnamdi Kanu. They hold conversation, and they want to see their own point of view. One thing where Aloy Jimako they use as a big key point is the fact that people where they don't catch, where they commit offenses, has been pardoned and rehabilitated back into the society. But this man, you did not catch him. You did not see him doing anything. You only watched his videos, and you are keeping him here for over 10 years. His case don't dey on in your government for 10 years. What's happen? 10 years is more than enough to run this man's case fully. If you can't solve a case within 10 years, it means say plenty hands there inside and plenty things there within the picture. And so it just be. So now, Allah is telling them, say, CACB, this is unjust, this is unfair. But the serious observers, they talk, say, okay, we don't say everything there unfair and unjust, but then there are processes to these things. We need to follow the process because of, say, Nigeria now gets its full autonomy. We can't leave our country and come into your country now to start creating unrest or trying to influence the judicial system. No, we can't do that. We can only tell now what we know and what we don't see. So allow us now to play our role. Allow us now to do what we came here to do. So the matter be. So it be. You know, too hard pass like that. So everything is looking good so far. Now the Kanu don't run different petitions. And now we are waiting the responses coming from the Supreme Court. Because of, say, as of last week, Wednesday, Nnamdi Kanu went to the Supreme Court to tender and drop some documents and petitions. We they wait for the responses of the Supreme Court. And the be like saying that today we go hear them. But no, say once we get any information regarding this case, we go make a video to show you, we will update you and keep you informed in all manners and in all corners of the way. It's as simple as ABCD. So that's what it be. Now, let's take a step backwards and a step forward to the case of Simon, a man held in Finnish Correctional Center in Kilamakoski. We all know that this man now is already serving his 6 years jail term, and he don't serve. Today is what? Today is 17th, but around next week, he don't serve 1 full year in Kilamakoski. Meaning say he get 5 more years to go, Abi. Now the appeal is coming up pretty soon. A date has not been fixed, and a date will be fixed or announced this week or next. Simon is very hopeful. He's very, very hopeful. His lawyers are working overtime. In the face challenges, because at some point he needed finances to continue funding Kaugumere's legal services. You know, easy. For almost 1 year, they pay for legal services back to back, which is not cheap. They pay almost 400 euros per hour to a lawyer. Imagine paying 400 euros. How many hours do you don't work for you? Do the maths. That's a lot of money. So this man now faced financial challenges, and he's now hopeful, say, if anything comes out from the appeal courts, he no go carry and go to the Supreme Court. Now wait till the year. So Simon will not be interested to take the case to the Supreme Court, regardless of the outcome of the appeal courts, because of financial constraints and plenty things where we don't see or hear behind closed doors. Now wait see with the year. So appeal court to him will be the Supreme Court. Appeal court will give a verdict and he will respect it regardless of the outcome. But we still hope and pray, say, the outcome where they go give am, now we see the favorable to people where they involved. So the matter be. And so it will be going forward. But Kaugumeres is saying one thing. Make I still carry him, go to the Supreme Court. I dey very confident, say, even if the appeal court overturn your decision or maintain them, I dey very confident, say, the Supreme Court will do the same thing. or help your case further. And so the whole thing be as we they speak. Before we wrap things off, yesterday we hear say this man will challenge on Wike for Abuja. This man known as Yerima. We hear say people tried to unalive him yesterday for Abuja, as the case may be. We never still get clear information and clear details regarding that case, but we know say attempts were made. People moved in to take his life, but surprisingly and luckily enough, he survived. We don't know who and who, but like I said, we'll never still get clear information. But the moment we do now, we will begin give you all the revelations gradually, and the people we want by this man will stand against against Wike fully. This man did something nobody saw coming and nobody expected him to do. So kudos to him and kudos to everybody within the context of things and within the conversation. And now, as of last week, you get what Nnamdi Kanu been do back into his case. You get what he do last week. He say shake the whole country, not the one of the Supreme Court though. We know say the Supreme Court on the different. He went to a high court on Friday last week to pull off a magnificent feat. And that's something where we say people never even see and people never fully observe what this man do and how he take destroy things. This man, I know I won't give you plenty expo, but the high court now are making statements and are making decisions that will influence this guy's case in the next coming days or even months. I know I'm giving out the expo with but just know say we don't make a video to cover every single thing as it be. So how can you watch that video? Well, it's simple. If you want to see what this guy Nnamdi Kanu pulled off in the appeal in the High Court in Abuja on Friday last week, if you want to see it, let me show you sharply without wasting your time. So if you click on our channel's name or logo, it will take you to a page. Once you get to that page, click on our video section. You will see I'm breaking. Nnamdi Kanu has 5 fresh lawsuits happening now. You will see it's a video before this one where you watch or after this one where you watch. So if you click on them, you will see every single thing where you need to know at this particular point in time without any form of fear or favor. Okay? So click on that particular video. Make if we watch them and fully understand. Click on that video and I'll see you on the other side of your screens. Stay safe, stay blessed, and I'll catch you later on today if any news will come outside.